Okay, this video is showcasing the emitter and mirror system that allows the emitter to replicate and be updated at runtime. So here we have an emitter system that is emitting a line trace and updating a particle cascade effect, and then when it hits off a reflective surface such as this mirror, it'll bounce off, and then if it detects another reflective surface, it'll bounce off again. And to show you that it's updated in real time, you can move around the mirrors freely. As you can see, these have camera systems in them because they're pawns that the player will be able to possess and then move around to orientate the laser to hit the correct point in the world. This is just because it's missing a few items in the world. So when the system is initialized from the manager and the level, it's trying to find the last target, which is a crystal in the world that will open a door or something. To make it more efficient than using just an on tick, we've set it via a timer of 0.1, which is so rather than updating via the FPS of the system, it's constant. So then we're casting an array, casting a array event, which is then calling this cast light function, which is getting the position of an arrow inside the system. Getting its location, forward vector, and rotation, and then updating it, and then just making a ridiculous size. So we're setting some variables here. So setting the start and its temp, the direction, which is the forward vector, and the temp, and then the temp distance, and then we're adding it up, clearing arrays to keep it up clean and tidy. We're finding mirrors in the world that have been hit, and then we're setting their particle distance too. So down here we're making a trace at the starting direction times by the length, normal stuff. If we're hitting anything, if we're not, then it's just ending the beam, and it just setting some points to say this is the start and the end point of that emitter. If we're hitting something, we need to set its end point to that point that it's been hit, get its forward vector and normal, and mirror it so we can actually reflect the beam backwards somewhere else. Setting temporary direction and origin points and adding them to an array. Then we're seeing if the actual thing we've hit is reflective down here, so we're checking the face index is set to the mirror material. If it isn't, then we know that this is not something that's oh sorry, reflective, and we can just, if it is the crystal, then we can say that it calling the event. If it is reflective, then we won't need if it's we're adding adding it to an array of mirrors, because it will be if it's hitting something reflective. And then while it's hitting something, we want to repeat it, so we're looping through, getting its new temporary location and origin point, and we're just repeating it again, and we're setting the temporary continue for the while loop. And then up here, a lot of spaghetti when we're hitting something not a mirror again, but this time with a lot more functionality. Most of it is just debugging stuff that should have gotten rid of beforehand, but again, it's much like just this point here, just setting the endpoints of the beam. This is actually the beam material, so it's just a value multiplied quite a bit just to give us the opacity, and then inside of cascade it's just a really small particle effect because the emitter endpoints are being updated in real time. So thank you for watching.